house of worship. So I know this is one of the ones you guys are keen to see. So as soon as we enter that application, the first thing we've got here is access control, which is something I understand is favourable in houses of worship. So I thought it'd be good to build this into the demo system. So a nice simple pin code of 1234 brings us into the application. Then you get metered again with the home screen. I'll try to keep navigation quite simple. You can see we're on home, we've got log out, and then we've got the functionality down the left. So again, I've tried to make this feel interactive. So as you select a function, you see you get this pop out here, and it gives you a little strap line to indicate what's inside. So there's one of these for each of the functions, just to give it a nice look and feel. So if we start at the top with timers, I won't spend too much time on this. Again, this timer is pretty much identical to the timer I've just shown you. The only difference here is that I've tried to add strap lines that relate to houses of worship. So where you've got two timers, you've got the ability here. So if I start that, you might not be able to see this countdown running because this screen's blocking it. But what you will be able to see up here is as I change these options here, you can see that the banner is changing at the top. So worship starts in, evening service starts in, live music, and prayer gathering. So again, to give it that house of worship feel. So if I come back out of that, and then we go into cameras. So here we're emulating PTZ camera control. That's again something that's fairly popular in houses of worship when it comes to live streaming their events. So the concept here is we have 8 cameras, and behind each of these cameras I've ingested a house of worship style video. So you can see as we move through these, varying content, just to give it that good look and feel. So top right we've got manual control, pan, tilt, zoom, focus, and then presets. And again, these presets I've tried to give them house of worship style names. So stage, lectern, pulpit, choir, pews, etc. And so if you've got the Panasonic camera as part of the demo kit, then this will actually drive the Panasonic camera under PTZ1. And then I've just added in a live stream button again, so we could be live streaming this feed, because again, that's something that's super popular within houses of worship. So that's camera control. Next we've got video. So let's come over. So again, what demonstrating here is essentially sort of a hybrid video switcher slash router. So where we just saw the 8 PTZ cameras, we have them here as sources, as well as some other sources, so studio grade cameras, and a Blu-ray player, a notebook, for example. So you can take any of these sources and you can preview them, and then you can cut them over to the program. I've also built in a fade transition, so you can see that fades between the sources. So that's kind of the video switcher element, and then down in the bottom right we've got the destination. So once we've got our program feed sorted, we can then route that to projectors, a recorder, a live streaming service, or say a multi-viewer in a engineering facility. So lots of different options there. If I come back out, go to audio. This particular screen is emulating essentially a lightweight audio console. So we've got 4 inputs here that relate to microphones again, so lectern, pulpit, radio, band, and then we've got stage monitors. So this could be controlling your gain on your stage monitors, and this could be controlling the input gain of the various mics. So again, I've just given it an interactive feel, and we've got the audio bars bouncing to show the levels coming in. So that's the audio page. Then lighting. So there's kind of 2 parts to lighting. We've got the stage lighting first of all. So this is depicted by this rig here. So essentially you've got 4 stage lights, and you can select these as so. So I could select one, and then I can then go and adjust the values. And as I adjust the RGB values, you can see the colour dynamically changes on the spotlight, just to give it that interactive feel. Again, I can come over to this one. You can see that's blue. I can take that down, make that green. So the other part of this is you've got 10 scenes that you can recall. So as I press these, and then you can see the lights changing accordingly. And it's also possible to update these scenes. So if we take scene 10, where I've got the first 3 are white and the 4th one blue. So if I wanted to make them all white, I could bring those faders up. I can see they're all white now, and if I press and hold that, you can see that's now stored that preset. So if I come away from it and then recall it, you can see they all come back white. So the second part to lighting, if we click on this drop down, is house lighting. So we've got a little graphic here depicting a layout of perhaps a house of worship, and I've split it into 4 zones. So these are labelled on the graphic, and so it's an intensity control. So you can do single tap, so you can press and hold, and as these intensities increase, so here's zone 2, you can see zone 2 is up to 65%. So you can see the levels adjusting. And then I've also added in scenes. So as you recall scenes, you can see the lighting intensity levels change. And I've just tried to give that a realistic feel. So for example, reading, you'd expect zone 1, the stage, to be the brightest, and perhaps the other zones to be slightly lower. So try to give it a nice interactive feel. So that's lighting. And then finally, down on signage. So this, again, I suppose this is all like an IDS router. So this is what I've got here is campus display. So these could be a dozen IDS displays around the campus as your destinations, and these icons here represent your sources. So you could select one of your destinations and you can say, hey, look, well, I want to route my welcome message to it. And you can see in the background here that that's routed a different layout. And again, I can select that and maybe show the service timer, which we just had, or the schedule, so that screen, or even the video content. So you could take the live stream and publish it to the displays around the campus. And it's not limited to one. I could select all of them if I wanted to and say I want them all to show the welcome message, and you can see beneath each icon it's showing you what's been currently sent to the display. So it's like an IDS router, but it's the power of it is how quick and easy. Again, if I actually said, well, I want the top 4 not to show the welcome message, I want them to show the schedule, then you can see the top 4 now show the schedule, and then these 4 I want to show the live stream. So again, very quick and easy to update the content on the displays.